The Southern People's Liberation Movement, or SPLM, fought for an independent South Sudan. Now the SPLM is the government and dealing with the realities of leading a sovereign state. During a recent visit to Washington, SPLM Secretary General Pangan Amum Okiech explained the challenges his party is facing and why they still need international assistance.
The SPLM now has been, thrusted into this new situation, becoming the founding organization of Southern Sudan as a nation. This is a huge historical responsibility. We are prepared to lead our people to release their creative energies at this new stage so that they create wealth and achieve a life of dignity and prosperity for all South Sudanese.
Everybody acknowledges the role that the SPLM has played in bringing South Sudan to where it is now. Yes. But then there's also a lot of criticism against the SPLM that it is dominating and that it is almost exclusionary of other tribes and ethnic groups. Have you gotten to the point where now you are trying to assess and address those kind of complaints?
Absolutely, these are complaints that we have to address. These are complaints resulting and arising from success. The SPLM becoming a ruling party, definitely it is a dominant party. The accusation that the SPLM has tribal domination and control, this is not true. In Southern Sudan, if you take, for example, SPLM members of parliament, they come literally from all the tribes of Southern Sudan, representing their areas. The same thing also in the leadership of SPLM. Just take the four top leaders. Salva Kiir Mayardis come from Warab State, is a Dinka. Number two is Riek Machar Tenj, is a Nuer, comes from Unity State. The third is James Waniga, he comes from Central Equatoria, Bari. And the Secretary General SPLM, of SPLM is myself. I come from Upper Nile, I'm a Shuluk. We come from different tribes. No any other party has this diversity in its leadership.
Leading up to the independence, you heard a lot about how South Sudan was very disenfranchised, from the education system to the health system to housing. A lot of things that the SPLM would have to address as a government once they're in power. How much has the government been able to achieve right now?
Peace building is our top priority. It is with freedom consolidated and peace reigning in South Sudan that we will be able to create an environment to create wealth and to achieve social development and meet the needs of our people in education, health, and also building the infrastructure of the new state. We are beginning from a very low level. I'm happy to report to you and to the world that in the period between 2005 to 2011, we were able to achieve a degree of development that is unprecedented. At the beginning, we had like 200,000 children going to school. Now we have 2,300,000 children going to school. Still, the numbers of our children not going to school are very high, and it is very unacceptable. Still, we are the least in provision of education in Africa. That means in the world. And we have a lot to do. In health, we have renovated and rebuilt all the referral hospitals, mainly in Malakal and Wau and Juba, but also other hospitals have been built. And despite the fact that we have increased several times access to health for our people, yet we still have not less than 60% of our people do not have any access to health services. We have increased the percentage of provision of clean water to our people, but still are very insignificant.
What kind of support are you getting now?
We are getting support, but we need more support. We also want to attract investment into Southern Sudan so that we are able to develop our economy, particularly the private sector. We are discussing possibilities of holding an international engagement conference here in Washington in December to seek this support and maintain international and donor interest and support in Southern Sudan. As we are in a situation of a success story, the tendency is to go to other places of crisis. Yes, of course, that is necessary, but we would want to make a submission that it is very important to support this success story so that it is able to be sustainable and self-driving.
Pagan Amum Okiech is the Secretary General of the Southern People's Liberation Movement in South Sudan.